Today we are finally going to start on what I've been saying from day one is going to be the main feature of this world. From very early on in playing in this world, I've had the idea of having a road and a river going right throughout the world, connecting up all the various villages to a main city where everyone can go to trade their goods. And today, we're going to make some progress. So last time we got this city outpost built, and I am very happy with this thing, not only the way it looks, but I've actually been using it as well. I've been coming in here, grabbing some rockets when I've needed them, and bits of food. So definitely very handy building, and I'm going to have a few more of these throughout the world. But anyway, we're not building buildings today. We're going to be digging out a river. So let's have a fly along here, and I'll show you how mammoth a task I've got in front of me. So we've got that little bit over there that I've just skipped over, but that's tiny. Then I'm going to come down here, following this light blue wool, over to this little bit where the jungle is. So that's pretty easy. But then I'm going to go through the jungle here. So I've got a load of trees to chop down. I have started a little bit. So yeah, I've cleared a little bit out here, but a lot more to do there. Then I'm going to go straight across this river and following the light blue wool again. There's a bit of a ravine here, so slightly less digging, but doesn't really help that much. Then I've cleared out all the trees through this forest where this is going to go, and yeah, got a lot of digging to get this down to sea level. Then I'm going to connect up with this river that is now very close to the city, so no more markers over here, but then we're going to go through this way, and that's it for the river. Then it'll just connect up to the dock that is just over there. The road, very similar layout, but I don't have it all marked out. So I've got the red wool that goes through the city, this goes to the bridge that goes across this river, and then we're basically going to loosely follow where the river is, because the idea with these narrow boats that I'm using is that originally horses would have pulled them along the river, so there's going to be some like horse tracks along the edge of the river, but we may have another like major road for the carts to go along as well. So that's going to come along here. We're going to need another bridge. We may go along this side so it's a little bit easier, but I don't know if this river's going to stay, because I think, if I'm right, the mangrove swamp is along that way, and I'm also going to have another village over there as well. So I'll figure that out, but the main one to do is the one that's going east and west. So yeah, back through the jungle with the road. That's going to have another bridge on this river, so I've got lots of bridges to build as well. I haven't realised that until this point. And then we're going to connect up with this road down here, but then make it look a lot more like this one. So there's a lot to do and a lot of digging. So we need to get back over to the perimeter. I'm not going to show you anything. I just need to collect something. Alright, so here we are in the Witch Hut perimeter. Look at the blackstone. Not showing you anything else. Nothing behind me because I've been making an absolute ton of progress. And I'll show you the evidence of that. I'm not going to show you what I've done. But all these empty shulker boxes were full of stone. So I've placed all of those. And there were actually a few more, but I've stolen a few because I'm running really low. Definitely need to get a shulker farm built soon, but I'm going to grab all these because, yeah, actually, no, let's get the grey ones. Put those back. That should do for now. Because I'm digging out this river, I'm going to get a ton of stone, so that's going to help in here as well. But also, all of these are full of stone as well. But, you know, I'm actually worrying now that this isn't going to be enough. Hopefully it is. Right, so I think it's about time to get on with this. But one thing I forgot to do last time was to update this map to show this thing on it. So I did a bit of terraforming along here as well. So let's see if we can get this. So it's that one and that one. Put this in the offhand. Right, let's give this an update. So hopefully this should look pretty cool. Yeah, so I've got the new terraforming, the new building. And then if we just go up here a little bit. I don't know if I did anything on this one. No, so yeah, there's a little bit of terraforming around the edge of this bit here. But yeah, that's it. That's cool. Right, so I'll put those back in here. Maybe I should do that one as well. Other one above. Why not? While we're here. Okay, so that's a bit of the river there. We've got the beacon on that one as well. I think that should be pretty much it for that one though. And then do we have anything on here? Yeah, that's already on there, isn't it? So that's got all the terraforming done on the edge. Yeah, right, that's pretty cool. Right, let's get these put back. And that one there. Right, okay, that's looking pretty cool. But I'm hoping by the end of this episode we should have some massive changes to see on here. So I've got this river going all the way along there. I'm thinking as well, I did say about this one maybe going to the mangrove swamp, but I think this is a river. So we've got the city here, and then there's going to be a river. And if it, I haven't done these maps yet, but if it goes up here, this is where the mangrove village is going to be. Yep, that map. And that's where my frog farm is. So, I think if we could use this river, that would possibly be better. It goes to the city anyway, but I don't know if there's a need for it to come down this way. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, let's not get too distracted. Need to get this done. So I've got my trusty shovel. Let's get some digging done. Who needs an elytra? I've got a custom river now. And this thing is so... I can't drive, but this thing is so cool. I love it. All the little details underneath make such a big difference. More so when you're in a boat like this. Not necessarily flying above. But it's nice that we've done it properly. And the bit where it is natural water, I haven't done anything under there yet. But the bits that I've dug out myself, I think are looking pretty cool. So we still have a lot of work to do. I've done the bit just through the savannah. And I've done this bit through the jungle as well. And I just think this looks awesome. It's really, really good. Really fits. And it's given me lots of ideas for what I can build around here. But I did have the plan of going further on. So this is the natural river here. And I don't know if I'm going to keep that. But this river going along here also has another river going that way. And this is the bit that I was going to turn into a river. And I have put a lot of work into this. I've marked it all out. I've chopped down all the trees along the way. But if we just have a little fly. Let's grab the boat. I like the boat. I like the river. But it'd be easier to see this from above. So I think this river itself actually works. And it would be a cool feature. If we have some town or villages around here, let's just see this spot first. I've got this little island in the middle of this lake. I think this would be really cool to do something with. I don't know what yet, but, you know, we'll do it. And then this river continues around from the one that I've built along the edge of this jungle. And it goes around into this cool jungle hills bit over here. And then as we come around this corner, this is the city. On the top of this hill is where the castle's going to be. So I think having this as like the trade route does actually make sense. We could have like a dock along here, and then we've got the inland dock for when this is too busy. Now, I did have this river coming along here. So this is the custom one where that light blue wool is, and going into that one. But thinking about it now, I'm not sure it actually makes sense. So let's fly up and see if we can have a look down. So yeah, it comes along this way from that river there, but I think going around that way does make sense. What I'm thinking as an alternative is actually putting a canal along here rather than like a natural looking river like we've done everywhere else. If we put a canal in, that would make sense, but then not have it go off there, just have it go straight down here and have it look like a bit more industrial. We could use the same kind of look as we've got for the inland dock over there, maybe like do the bricks, and yeah, I think that would work. And that's how canals were used in the past. They were used, like, if you had a river that was a bit of a long way to go around, you'd build a canal that would just cut across the land, connecting up to rivers or bodies of water. So, yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. We've got a little bit more work to do around here, but I think the canal should be easier to build, because I don't have to make it look natural. I don't have to go down as far either. I can go get away with doing like 2 or 3 blocks. So I think that's what we'll do, but I'm not going to do that just yet, because I now actually want to get on one of the roads. We're supposed to be doing rivers and roads today. So we need to figure out where the roads are going to go now. So we've got this custom bit here, and the road is supposed to come along the side of it. So we've got the start of it there. We need to take it back to the Hobbit Hills as well. But I think we're just going to concentrate on going towards the city today. So let's try and figure it out. So I'm going to go along this savannah. And then we've got this bit here. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this or not, but I think I am if I'm going to do something with this bit in here. Where is it? Alright, maybe not then if it's... Okay, maybe not that bit. Let's... Yeah, so we could do like a custom river through here, could we? I don't know. Is this actually connected to anything? Maybe it's not. Yeah, actually, we could do something there, couldn't we? Connect that. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, let's talk about rivers. So we'll block all this off. So this is just a road going down here. And then I think we're going to need a bridge, a diagonal bridge over here, which I'm not looking forward to doing. Chop down an absolute ton of trees. We'll have the road following the river this way. But then I think... I don't know what we're going to do there. No, maybe not. We won't follow it. I think what I'd like to do is have it... Yeah, we won't have a bridge there. We're going to have it follow along this way. And then it can connect to whatever we do over here. And then we can have a bridge going this way. And I think going straight across to this river, we'll have a bridge here. And then it can follow the road around. So this is too wide to do a bridge, really. Especially if we're going for like a medieval look. We don't want a big like industrial looking bridge. So we'll follow the road. We'll follow the coast with a road all the way along here. We're going to have the canal coming across this way. And then I think we need to do something about this, definitely. Then we'll have the road coming back up here. And I think we can still have this bridge here. Or we could have a smaller one going across diagonally like this. I think that sounds like a plan, doesn't it? So let's have a sleep. And we can get a bit of a road built. So to get this started, we're chopping down some more jungle trees. Then I'm using path blocks for the road. And adding a fork in the road for 2 different ideas. And then continue chopping the trees right through the jungle and then dig out a small section of land for the river, and then filled in a little bit of the water just next to where the river's going to go. Then we'll mark out the path at the other side of the river and chop down the trees all the way across this section of land. After removing the trees, I discovered this is a terrible place for a road, but rather than move it somewhere else, I decided to cut a valley through the hill. Chop down the trees at the other side of the hill to see what I was working with, and this was even worse. So I continued bringing the land down a bit more to try and remove the cliff. Moved my beacon again so I could start on the stone, and brought the land down a lot further and shaped it as best I could to make it look natural. I then covered the whole thing with grass, but not the central part where the road is going to go, as this will be replaced. I then moved to the other side of the river with thankfully way fewer trees, and continued marking out the road with path blocks. This area was again very steep, so I had to do some more terraforming so the road didn't step up too quickly. Marked out this road across this section of land, then continued up the coast at the other side with a bit more terraforming and chopping down a few trees to get through the forest, then finally joined up where the bridge is going to the city. And I was going to stop there, but then I decided to add another road following my original plan. So this time we're following the river through the jungle, and after chopping down a ton more jungle trees, I started marking out the road along the river, terraforming where necessary, building up the low points and digging down the high points, and continued the road to the river. Then I changed my mind again and decided to have the path at the other side of the river, so we'll need some bridges here at some point. I then built up the land next to the river and marked out the road. Another big decision was to clear this forest, as I wasn't really happy with the patches of different trees. So I cleared out all of the birch and some of the oak near the road. I then started on the canal, but did the first part following the markers for the river, and then did the straight part in a place where it will enter the sea at the other side, just opposite the city docks. Then did a little bit of terraforming around the edge, then chopped down even more trees to make space for the road, and started marking that out. Then shaped the land a little bit next to the road so it was not flat and boring. I then addressed the massive cave entrance next to the straight parts of the canal, and I will probably build something here, so I decided to fill all of that in, which took quite a few stacks of dirt, but with all the digging I've been doing, I had more than enough. I then built up more of the flat area so it transitioned better into the hill, and then finally filled in a smaller cave entrance and smoothed out the land around it, ready for the main road to be built on top. Okay, so mega progress has been made, and as you can see, this is looking very different. This used to be a forest, and now it's just a big green field with what is going to be a river and a canal going through it, and a bit of a hill. The road is not done yet, and I did intend to come back and say, look at all this pretty road with all the texturing and stuff, but I didn't expect to do half as much terraforming as I had to do. So this is where I started. We just put this little fork in the road because I had the idea, even at this point, and I was probably going to go that way as well, but the original intention was just to go up here and have a road going this way, and I haven't got it all marked out yet. I definitely need to do a little bit more, and this is where I'm going to do the next bit. I'm going to get all the road properly built up, how I want it to look, like we did over there. But we'll just follow this along and see what it looks like all the way, and we can have a look at what else we're going to have along here as well. So I filled all that in. There was a little bit of a lake there, but I think I'm going to have some buildings over here, and then obviously we need a bridge going over this bit. And then the road just comes up this side and straight up this, and this is where I had to do the biggest amount of terraforming. This was just one crazy hill on this side. There was a big cave entrance down here and a big cliff on the other side of this. So I've left this like this so I can just texture this and not have to worry about digging down too much. And then over at the other side, this is probably the widest river point, and then from here we're going to have another big bridge that goes right across there, but quite excited about doing that one. I don't think I'm going to get any bridges done today. I just want to really focus on the roads, and then we can do the bridges another time. But these caves are on this way a little bit. And over here, I'm thinking of having a little fishing village because it's just the perfect spot for it, isn't it? We've got a river going all the way around the edge and a bit of a sea on this side. So as it's not too big an area, I thought that'd lend itself quite well to being a fishing village. So then the road just continues along this way, just along the coast. And I think I'm going to have to widen this up a bit. Later on, I did do much wider roads, and I haven't really looked at this for a while, and I think, yeah, this definitely needs to be wider. Well, then this just goes along this way. Again, a bit more terraforming up here, so I could do this hill. Tons of trees chopped down, and then this just comes straight across to where the canal is going to be, and I need to dig all this down, go through there as well. And I also need to sort out this big cave entrance. The canal is going to go across this bit here. All these trees need to go, so still got a ton of work to do. And then this joins up over here, and I think I've decided I'm not going to have the bridge going that way. We're going to have it going across diagonal, so it'll be a little bit smaller, but it's going to be really wide and be quite an impressive looking bridge anyway. And then going back the other way, we have the canal, and I think there will be a town or at least some kind of industrial area along here that's going to use the canal for loading resources and stuff like that. And then the road is going to go back this way, but I also did have a crossing there. I was thinking of putting a bridge and having a road along this way, because we'll probably have stuff over here as well. And then the only other bit that I haven't decided on is this thing here. I was going to have the road come down this way and have a bridge over that way, but I thought this bit here would be a good place to have another outpost like we've got over there. It's probably fairly close to that one, but I don't think we can see it from here, so it probably makes sense to have one here. And then we can have a bridge going over that little river there, and then another one here. So that, I think, could look pretty cool. Over here, I've also got a few resources. I've got a load more as well, but it's ridiculous how much I've done. So I've got a full double chest of jungle logs there from chopping all that down. Tons of stone and dirt, and I've used loads of dirt as well. Again, a ton more wood, and I've got a similar amount over at that other storage area over there. So I definitely need to get all of this moved as well. But I think for now, I need to jump straight back into it, because I want to get these roads built. I'm going to start over this way, probably go down the savannah as well, so we can link up to the one that is over here. So I've got this design over here. I want to carry this all the way down and go into the jungle bit and maybe split off in each direction, but probably I think I want to go this way because I've got a lot more to do with the canal. So I think we're going to try and get this bit finished up to about here, ideally up to here. That will be good. Anyway, the short version is I've still got loads to do and I am going to do some more, but after that time lapse I also got a few other things done. Right, so we're now in an ancient city, obviously, and I've been exploring this quite a bit and trying to make it safer. So we do have a lot of this blue wool everywhere. This shows where I've been, because I've been bridging across with this and trying to make it safe. But I've also been trying to take out as many of the sculk sensors and the shriekers as I can, just to make this area completely safe. Because I do have a bit of a mad idea where I'd like to turn this place into my main storage area. So I do have a plan eventually to have a big crazy automated auto sorting storage system, and there are many better places to do it than an ancient city, but one of the things that the ancient city's got going for it is that no mobs can spawn here apart from the warden. But as long as we control that and get rid of everything that'll spawn the warden, this is actually a really safe place to do things. Definitely on my list of things that I want to get done soon, but clearing this place out may be a little bit more difficult than I expected. I have got quite a bit done and I've been exploring quite a lot, partly to make it safe, but also because I wanted Swift Sneak on my leggings, because after I put all my old netherite armor away when we upgraded to 1.20, I hadn't got Swift Sneak yet. And after spending a bit of time in the ancient city, I did quite well, and this is what I ended up with. So a few Swift Sneak books, mainly 1s and 2s, but I did get another 2 Swift Sneak 2 books, and I've already put those onto my leggings, so that is very helpful. I can now sneak around at super speed. Love that. Couple of enchanted golden apples as well, but the main thing we've got is the ward armor trim, so I can duplicate that and I can tick that off my list of all the armor trims. So I am trying to collect these, and this is what I've got so far. So we can put that one in there with us. So we're doing all right. What's this? About halfway there. I think there's 16 of them, isn't there? So I've got 7 there, plus the smithing template, which doesn't count as an armor trim, but yeah, nearly halfway there. And after getting that armor trim, I thought I'd have a go at getting another one. So I set off in the nether to find another bastion. And straight away, I found a chest in there. So looking over my shoulder, I opened that, and it was absolutely terrible. Then after doing that, I had quite a few scary moments. I broke through a wall just to take a bit of a shortcut, and it seems like every piglin in this bastion was waiting behind that wall. So they all poured out at me. They was all shooting and trying to attack me, and it got a bit scary at one point, but I just flew across to a tree where they couldn't get me and just shot them all. After digging around for a bit, I came across another 2 chests. So the second chest of this bastion got an upgrade template, a snout trim, tons of golden carrots, a diamond pig with mending, and quite a few other valuables, so very happy with that one. And then in the third chest, not as great, but one ancient debris, so I'll take that. So yeah, this is what we got from the bastion, and yeah, gotta be happy about that. Another smithing template, the snout trim, which we can put away, so we now have 8, so we are halfway there now. Very nice. And I might as well take that ancient debris as well. I should probably cook this actually. Might as well. I can put it there with a scrap sky. If we don't have any fuel, there we go. Let's have that. And put that way. Right, so that's where we are at the minute. I'll put those away, keep them safe. Don't want to be losing those. That would be terrible. Right, so after those couple of distractions, I think it's time to get on building some roads, isn't it? Let's do it. Alright, this is all looking cool, but I have got to stop. This is crazy. The time lapse you just watched took me 14 hours to do, and added to everything else that I've done, that takes the total recording time for this video to 30 hours, and that's just for the time lapses. There's all the tool repairing and all the other stuff I've done. Yeah, it's getting crazy. I need to stop. But even though it was a massive amount of time, I think I've got a lot to show for it. It's gone really well. So we started off with this bit of the road down here, just next to where all my storage is. And yeah, this is looking pretty cool. This set the scene for everything I was going to do. And I was just going to go that way towards the city, but I decided to mainly focus on this area along here, because this was all a savanna originally, and looking at it now, you couldn't tell. There's no grass here at all. It's all moss, leaves, and the road. And then after getting a lot of the road done down here, I was really annoyed with how the side of this looks, because I had the cool river, I had the road and all the decoration along here, and yeah, this was like savanna grass on here and didn't like it, so I took all the grass off and redid this. And then after getting that done, this side looked terrible, because just behind there, there's a desert, and all this was savanna grass as well, so I got rid of all that, built this cliff face, and just doing this cliff face took 2 hours. I think it was about a similar amount of time for doing that as well, so yeah, crazy amount of work, but it does look cool. So if we just have a fly, actually, yeah, so behind here, yeah, don't look at the back, but this will be extended a lot further. I'm going to go down that way with it, go back this way, and then maybe go up into a mountain as well. So definitely got a few cool plans, but it's supposed to be about the roads. I just couldn't leave it and not have the terraforming done at either side, although there are a few things to do. Still got savanna grass there, so don't look at that. But then we've got this going over here, and I haven't done the bridges yet. I stopped myself from doing the bridges, even though I really wanted to. And then we continued this up here, again with more terraforming at the sides. And then it does just stop here. So I need to do a bridge over here as well. So I built another spot for a bridge here. We'll get that done eventually. And then we've got this road going along here. And this is going to be the main one that goes to the city as well. So again, just stopped here. I think I'm going to have like a building up here, so I didn't do this yet. And then it marks out where the bridge is going to go this side. And yeah, we've got a lot more road to build. And I did intend to get a lot more done, but the terraforming, whilst it wasn't part of my plans, I think it was definitely essential to get this done. So we could tie all this road and the rivers together and make sense of it all, really. So very happy that I did that, even though it wasn't my original plan. But, you know, it looks good, so I can't complain. And next time, I'm probably going to get on with doing some bridges, but you never know. I might start another area in the world and have it connect up to this road. But, you know what? I know for now, I've definitely done enough terraforming. So I'm going to leave it there. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.